return back to this drawing. This is the second drawing and the last drawing for today's session. So the purpose of this drawing will be to introduce to you what is project geometry. Yeah, project geometry. So it's a very important features. Okay, it's a very helpful, useful features to enable you to find some reference point, especially. Yeah. So on these features itself, the drawing, we are going to sketch on which part do you think we should sketch on? Top, front, side?
Top.
Top, huh? So hopefully all of you agree on that. Huh? If you are going to sketch from the front view here or the side view, then we need to do a lot of amendments and so on. Huh? So we are going to start. Open the, so please check on the dimension given to you. So this one will be English or matrix?
Matrix.
Matrix, eh? So please open up the matrix. Okay, so this one, just go to new. Okay, so now we turn to matrix, eh? No more in English, eh? Because you have a relatively big dimension given to you. So for matrix, as we mentioned before, please ensure that you select the correct standard mm.ipt, yeah? Not the rest sheet metals, okay, or the 1din.ipt, yeah? Ensure that you select the correct one here, then click on create. Click on create. Okay, so as usual, go to sketching mode here. Okay, select your work plane, your preferred work plane. So I would like you to create one rectangles. Okay. So I would like you to create a rectangle here. Rectangle, okay, maybe approximately you are given 100 plus, right? Okay, maybe like this is big enough, okay. And then I would like to create two lines like this. Okay, so please go to create rectangles and you have that two lines over there. On the next one, if you have problems, please inform me to stop me or slow me down. Okay, the next one that I would like you to do is you go trim off so that you will have this top shape here, this shape here. Okay, so the next thing that you should do, you go trim. So we trim off this, trim. Okay, we trim off like this.
So kalau dia sengit tidak apa ke?
Dia sengit tak apa, because kita akan provide a dimension constraint later lah. Okay, no problem on that lah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is the shape that we want to obtain actually. Sketching will be here, these outer lines here, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, the next one that I would like to do is I say you must always figure out the geometrical constraint here to apply to stabilize your shape. Okay, so the next one that I would like you to do will be, please go to what you call horizontal constraint. We want to ensure the top part here and the bottom part here will be always symmetrical. So what we can do is, okay, please go to horizontal constraint. And then I would like you to find the midpoint for this line. Okay, horizontal constraint. Then locate the midpoint of this line, click once, and then also locate the midpoint for this line. I would like them to have the same horizontal axis. So top and the bottom part will be always symmetrical. That's the whole purpose. So this one, click. You must have this now if you do it correctly. Okay, I would like to repeat. So the next constraint is you go horizontal. You go horizontal, find the midpoint for this line, and then find the midpoint for this line on my right hand side here. So click. The purpose is to make top here and the bottom here, they are symmetrical. That's the purpose of it. Okay, so that is the first constraint that we apply on this geometry. You're able to follow, right?
I'm having trouble with the horizontal line.
Horizontal.
Horizontal constraint.
Okay.
I try to do it again.
Okay. If yours one, because of your work plan that you have selected, it actually join up this like this. Okay, I show it to you. Okay, if I put in vertical here, like for example here and here, it become like this, right? That's your case, correct?
Yeah, because I use the different.
Never mind. Okay, you do it another way around. Okay, now you go vertical. You do it the opposite way. If just now, because it joined up, you don't use horizontal, you undo, you go use vertical, then midpoint and midpoint, so the same.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. So my one will be horizontal. So if yours one joined up like just now, that I showed to you just now, so you go do it using vertical constraint. You will have the same effect. Okay, the next one that we want to apply will be equal. Okay, I would like you to apply equal here, this chamfer and this chamfer. Equal. This one and this one. Equal. Okay, they will be always equal. Okay, I think it should be stable enough. Okay, the next one that I would like to apply will be a dimensional constraint. So I just go to dimension. So the first dimension that I would like to apply is the whole length of this. I have the value of 108. That's my 108. Okay, remember you can apply dimensional constraint by clicking two lines, or you can opt for clicking on one line itself. So this is one line option. This is 50 here. Okay, so I think this one should be no problem. This two dimension is relatively easy. The next one, the next dimension, this one you should pay attention first. So we have actually here, this part here, angle of 30. 30, I think it will be easy also because you can click one line and the second line. You need two lines for angular dimensioning. The one I would like to stress to you will be this 11 here. 11. So I would like to show the 11 first. 11 is you go to dimension. Similarly, but this type of dimension, you click on 2 points. See, I have the reference from this point up to this point. This one 11. Okay, I would like to repeat. Dimension also. Select on point, no? Not lines. If lines, it will give you like this. You see? That form. So we don't want that. Okay, so I'll click on 2 points here. 1 and 2. Okay, this one. 11 here. 11 here. And last and for all, we'll end with angle. Angle, you need to select 2 lines. Angle will be 2 lines, 1 and 2. See? 1 and 2. So you have a 30 degree. 30 degree here. So I think those are the dimensions that you should apply for this initial sketch.
So can you explain the angle one again?
Yeah, angle, okay. Dimension. You have this inclined line. Click on it. Once and 2. Second line. This vertical line. So you have this option here, right? Or you can actually turn it into that form, this form. Let's see. So
Okay.
angle
Yes, sir.
2 lines. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay, I give you a minute for you to try this one out. So if you have encountered any problems, please inform me.
So can you repeat the angle again?
Angle, okay, no problem. Okay, I will just delete this. So angle, also dimension. Click on 2 lines. You need to select 2 lines. So you can select either here first, this vertical line, and then click on the second line. See, you get this one. You can get in this form or this form. Okay, click on 2 lines. 2 lines. So once if you already apply the correct geometrical constraint here, so if I like to apply this angular, you see, it's also 30 degree, then but you will stated over constraint already because you already apply the horizontal constraint here to ensure that the top part here and the bottom part are symmetrical. Okay, that's why it's unnecessary. No need for you to apply. Again, you only apply the dimension on one side of it. Okay, so once you finish with this, please finish sketch, please. Right, into my mouse now. Okay. So please finish your sketch and then please turn around, okay, rotate around your view, okay. So you will have a very nice view there. Okay, I like my view to become like this. In this form, okay.
Macam mana doktor buat dia pandai ada 3 asalan?
Apa maksud dia? 3 asal?
Ada Z, X, Y.
Sini.
Kan tadi dia X, Y.
View cube. You pergi view cube you, cuba you putar-putar.
Oh, tekan tu lah.
Atas sini, right hand side ni ada tengok view cube kan?
Oh,
Okay,
cute.
so you need to know how to navigate with your view. Mesti pandai putar-putar dia. Okay. Kalau satu lagi, another way will be using orbit. I like to use orbit also. Okay, F4, as I mentioned, F4, you can rotate this. Okay. Rotate it to the view that you want, then only you use view cube to stabilize it and so on. So it's up to you. Okay, what we intend to do with this, please do an extrusion so that you get these heights. Extrude up. We extrude the whole thing here to 20. So please go perform extrusion. So since only one profile of selection, cuma ada satu, so kita akan it will be automatically be selected lah. Automatically it will be selected. So I would like to prefer this view actually. So 28. Let's key in the distance of 28. Extrude your profile to 28 and click OK. I think this one should be fine with you. Nothing new on this. Okay, so I assume no problem on this. The next one that I would like to continue will be, we are going to create these features here, you see. These two rectangles here and another one rectangles here with this dimension 6, 6, then 22 here. So that we can cut through, we can cut through this extrude cut till here, the distance 48 here, from this top surface here, this front surface here. Okay, so you will see that sketch. Now we go to 2D sketch again. So again, I would like to stress to you, don't go to 3D sketch. It's 2D sketch only. Go to 2D sketch. Click on the surface that you create your sketching. So next one will be here. Please ensure that you select the right surface to become the work plane. Work plane is where you create your sketching. So for these features here, these two rectangles, we are going to extrude cut later. So we are going to draw on this surface here. Okay, this surface here, this surface is in 3D. So select here as our work plane. Okay, plus. So supposedly, if you select it in the correct way, it will look like this. Or in 3D mode, I would like to show to you, I orbit a bit, okay, be like this. It will be like this. Okay, plus, ensure that you select it correct. If you get the wrong surface, because students sometimes they tend to select here, this surface here, the chamfer surface, which is the wrong one. Okay, I would like you to select the vertical surface. You go undo and then you go start 2D again, you reselect the correct vertical surface here. Okay, if you get it right, okay, the next thing is I would like you to create two rectangles, but the rectangles, if in 2D, if in 2D wise, it must actually snap to this point here. So this one, you just have a look on what I do. Okay, I go 2 points here. If I go here, you see mine one, sometimes it will give me reference. Sometimes it doesn't give me any reference actually. So I turn it into 3D. Because actually, this particular surface is in front of this point. Dia di depan point ini. So sometimes it will give me the reference point here lah. Okay. But in most of the cases, it won't happen like this. Okay. So the way to actually project the point behind your work plane to your work plane, to your sketching now is to perform what you call project geometry here. So please have a look on project geometry here. Okay, project geometry here. Yeah, this one. So look what happened if I click on project geometry. So now I click on project geometry now. I click on this chamfer surface. Do you see anything happen? Ada tengok garisan warna kuning itu? Compared to my right hand side. You see that, right, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, so that is the purpose of project geometry. If you would like to bring some points, okay, or edges to the plan that you create your sketching, then you should do what you call project geometry. Okay, because I want this point actually, this point and then this point over here as my reference, right, to step 2. So go to do project geometry and click on this chamfer surface. Okay, class, please go to do so. Sila pergi buat project geometry itu. So yours one, if in 2D will be like this lah, 2D. You can with the yellow line, the projected yellow lines will still be visible in yellow color. So in 3D, I will always show this one student in a 3D, a little bit tilt for the view so that you will enhance the understanding. Okay, sila pergi buat. Please go to perform project geometry. Project geometry very easy. Click on the command project geometry and then click on the surface. So you will project all those edges and lines, okay, and points also in the yellow color formula. Okay, what I want you to do next will be to create rectangles. Okay, the important thing for your rectangle will be ensure the first point, you see, snap towards this endpoint here. You have to ensure your rectangle first corner snap towards the endpoint here. Then please drag until here. You see a collinear constraint here. Okay, you want from this corner touch to here, touch till here. Okay, that's the first one. And then I would like you to repeat also again another rectangle on this line itself. Okay, go to another rectangle here. Okay, snap on this line and then more or less like this. Okay, 2 rectangles. So if in 3D will be like this. Okay, class, any problems so far on this? So the steps is you go to perform project geometry, and then the next one will be to create 2 rectangles. But the important thing about the rectangle will be you need to ensure the first corner snap towards the end point of this corner here. Then it will actually end up on this particular collinear to this line. Okay, so far no problem. If you encounter any problem, please ask. Okay, if you have no problem, then the next one that we should do, you want to ensure left and right will be always symmetrical. So we will perform like what we did just now. Midpoint and midpoint. I would like you to find the midpoint using vertical constraint. Vertical. Hey, Alicia, what happened? Ada movie belakang you. Can you mute yourself? Mute. Okay, so vertical constraint. Is it Alicia Brigitte, the one with background sounds? Okay, so go to
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Vertical constraint. So please mute yourself. Please mute yourself unless you have questions to ask. Okay, you see it join up. This one you undo. Undo. Then you go perform horizontal. Okay, so one here and here. Like this. it is not supposed to join up lah. If you use the vertical one, it actually snaps towards this point. Then you please undo that constraint. Then use horizontal in this form. It will be like this. So the purpose of this constraint will be to make left hand side and right hand side, they were always symmetrical. That's the whole purpose. Okay, the next one that I would like you to apply will be the dimension itself. So please go to apply the dimension. You have here to here, 6. Then I know that here also 6, right? Okay, and last one. This one, 22. Okay, we only need 3 dimensions for this. So I give you a minute on this. 2D wise will be like this, you will know like this. So symmetrical, that's why you have this horizontal constraint being applied to the midpoint. Okay. In 3D, tilt a bit. Okay.
So can I see the constraint that you have made, sir? I want to compare with mine.
Only one here. Horizontal or vertical. You go apply midpoint and midpoint.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sure. So I right hand click, I show my constraint. You see the one actually I apply will be hit this one only. And then midpoint. The rest are the default one when you create rectangles. So you'll be quite scattered in that sense.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you will see back up here, and here. Midpoint. Okay, I assume you don't have any problem on this. Okay, then I would like to finish sketch. You would like to finish sketch on this profile, then okay, what we intend to do with this is we want to open extrude also. So profile, extrude. So select your profile. Rectangle itself. Okay, this profile itself. But we don't want join now. We would like to obtain these cut features here. As I mentioned to you, we should cut this one to the depth of, how much we should cut this profile? Cut until here, right? Cut to 48, right? Okay. So you should turn this into, once you flip the direction, it's become cut. Or you can click on the output itself, output from join to cut. So it will flip around the direction. So distance please change to 48. Okay, distance wise, please change to 48. So once you are done with this, distance 48, extrude cut for the angles that you have just created, click OK. Okay, more or less ready, you see. Wow, almost finished. By 2:30, we can finish. Very confident of that. Okay. The next one will be these cut features also. Cut, not this one. This proof over here. Also cut features. So the variables which is given to you here will be, you have two circles also with radius of 95 and 70. And then the center point here, you know the center point, it will be at the middle here. The distance will be 6, okay? The distance will be 6. So basically it's create two circles, okay? You need to create two circles. Okay, so I go back to this, start 2D sketch again, another sketch for it. Start 2D sketch. So our work plane will be on which surface? Where do you think our work plane should be? Here, 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 here. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Or here, 5.
2,
1, 2. 2,
5, sir. 5.
3, 4, 5.
5.
5. Anyone have other ideas? 2, 5, no. It's actually number 4. Because if you look at these features here, right? You cut through from the top surface here, you cut, right? Cut. Okay, so please select this top surface as your work plane now. Work plane, eh? Okay, so we go to here. So I would like you to create two circles, please. Okay, please create two circles. Approximately over here, 1. Okay, approximately, yeah. And then another one, I would like you to go to here and then create another one over here. Like this. So this one later we can cut, no problem. Okay, class, please create two circles, 2 points, point, center point. On this top surface, so I would like to turn it into so that you have a better view of it. So our work plan now is on the top surface here. So you see the sketching is actually this center point is actually floating above this surface itself. Okay, I assume no problems on that. Any problem on that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, I would like you to expose to you to concentric constraint. So you can look at the definition there, cause two arch circles or ellipse to have the same center point. So supposedly, when I create this, their center point are supposed to be the same, right? Correct? You can see two dots here, two dots. So now they don't have the same center point. So what you can do is you go to apply concentric constraint. Okay, concentric constraint is very straightforward. Now you look at the points here, 1, 2. So once I click on you can click either circles, 1 circles, then second circle. What happened to the center point? So this is concentric constraint. They join up to become one center point. That's the purpose. Okay, I would like to redo here. Okay, now we have two center points. So what I intend to do will be concentric constraint. Click on first circle, and I click on second circle. And both circles now will have the same center point. That's the purpose of it. So what we are going to do with this center point, we should relocate the center point here so that it will be 6 from this vertical line and it will be at the same horizontal axis. So that's the purpose. Okay, that's the purpose of the center point before we provide the dimension 95 and 70 here. Huh? Okay, so now please class, first I would like to go to horizontal constraint again. Okay, select the center point here and pocket the midpoint. Do you see the midpoint? Midpoint, eh? So click. So now we put them as at the same horizontal axis. Same horizontal axis. If yours one, you go to apply vertical or horizontal, it actually join up to here. Then you undo. Okay, undo. Undo, then you apply the opposite one, vertical. Okay, so that's the first constraint that you should apply to ensure that this the midpoint here and the center point, they are at the same horizontal axis. The next one that we should apply will be, you know that the distance here will be 6. So you go to dimension, center point, and this particular vertical axis, 6. Okay, will be 6. And the rest is very easy already after this. You have diameter, is it? So how can we change from dimension type diameter to radius? I think I already showed to you this one before, right?
Right click, sir.
Right click, before you click on your placement, right click, go to change to radius. So one will be 70. Another one will be 95, right? Okay, so that's the dimensions of this drawing. So I give you a minute for you to finalize it, especially the center point. The radius wise is very straightforward. I assume no much problem on this. Just on the center point placement here, you need to ensure they are at the same axis, okay, same axis, horizontal axis, and the distance here will be 6, 6 from this particular line here. I give you a minute to finalize everything here before we proceed to the next step, and we will finish up with holes and finish for today's lessons, and you can proceed with your practical task number 1 after this, okay?
Sir,
Hmm.
can you send where you get the center point and the 6th one?
The 6. Okay, are you able to align them to have the same horizontal axis?
Yes, but when I key in the number, it just like changed to the opposite way.
You mean to here?
Yeah.
Here? You mean like this? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can track. Now you track it inside first. You track it into your solid first. This one you see?
Oh.
I move this. Left hand click and move, right? So if yours one like this, it's at the outside of your solid, then of course when you go dimension, you see, it will remain there. So what you can do now, you move it. Move how you move. You go click on your center point, then left hand click. Left hand click. Okay, ensure it's inside your solid here already, then only you go dimension. Dimension, click on point, center point, and the line itself. Now you can put in 6.
But sir, I don't have the hotkeys for point.
You mean you don't have this?
Yes.
You mean you don't have the center point?
Yes, sir.
You draw circles already, right?
Yep.
You try to zoom in. Mostly after you see if you create a circle, right? You're supposed to have a center point here. If
So I try to look for it.
maybe your computer lags or somehow, okay, never mind, you finish your sketch here. You try to do this, you finish your sketch, then you go back to your browser, return back, edit sketch again.
Then
Okay.
try to do the circle again.
No, then you try to look for the center point. Is it visible to you now?
Oh, okay, sir.
Maybe your computer lags or somehow the center point went missing. Okay, so you can try that one out. Supposedly, if you create a circles, okay, you have the center point visible to you. Okay, I will proceed first. Other than that, I assume no problem. So we just finished sketch. Once already defined the center point there. So what we intend to do will be extrude also. No need for us to do any trimming here. So just go to extrude. Okay. So profile, please select here. So you see in the default is still join. Now we turn into cut. Cut. Okay. Profile. Just select. And then this one you should use 2. Okay, 2. Because if you look at the drawing provided to you here, we don't actually provide you the depth of these cut features here. Okay, so how is that cut features? You assume that you don't know lah. It's actually 6, right? Because here is 6. So you assume that you don't know that particular distance. So I would like you to try on 2. This other than key in the 6. I don't want you to key in this. I would like you to try 2. So I would like to cut this, extrude cut this one to this surface. So it will cut from the top surface here up to this surface actually. So click on 2, then select the face will be here. Click. You see, you have the preview. Okay, I would like you to try on that. You see the distance is 6 lah. Okay, actually you also know that the distance is 6. But we would like to try another alternative of it because in some cases you don't know what is the cut distance, but you have a reference surface to refer to. So please go to 2 to this surface. So I would like to repeat, extrude, select, profile, change to cut, and use 2. Okay, use 2. I like to cut 2 from this top surface to this surface here. Then click OK. Okay, so we cut. So cut 2 here. Okay, almost done. We have another 6 minutes before 2:30. Last features. We have last features will be the, what is this?
All.
It's a hall, right? It's a hall. So as I mentioned, hall creation, fillet creations, chamfer creation, we leave it towards the end of our progressions. So holes, very straightforward. Go to holes. So first step will be to select the surface, right? So where is the surface for this case? Here. Mana? Permukaan?
Top 1.
Okay, you can opt for the top surface here, right? Another option? Do I have another option of it?
The below at the front.
Okay, very good. Can also select this bottom surface.
Oh, bottom.
Bottom surface. So which one easier lah? It's up to you lah. Okay, I like to select the bottom surface since I already rotate my features here already. So click. Okay, for this one, you don't have any circular edges. You don't have any circular reference. So there will be no option for you. You know that. What's the variables that you know? 40, right? You know that from this vertical 40 and then they will be at the middle. Right? Middle. So what you can do is, okay, I select these edges. So it will be linear placement. Linear placement as what we did before this. So here is 40. You provide two reference line. Two reference line because we don't have circular edges like the previous exercise. So one is 40 here, another one we need to select either this line here, top line or the bottom line here. So will be 25, right? 25. And then we know that the radius will be 14.3 mm, right? Refer to your drawing, the drawing given to you. Okay, see here. And then it will be at the middle here. So basically here is 50, right? 50 is 25. And you have the this is radius. Diameter will be 28.6 lah. Sorry. Okay, this one, yeah. 10.3 is the radius given to you. So you should have the diameter double. Okay, then termination you can always opt for if you have a certain distance, for example, you see, this is the depth of it. But in this case, we like it to be true all. Penetrate through all. So you will go all the way up. Penetration will be through all. So that's the only input that you need to provide for the whole creation. So once you have done everything here, then click OK. So
How big the hole, sir?
the whole will be, okay, double click. You want to do any editing, double click. Or you want to check the value, 28.6. So if I would like to change this one here, I can change any editing amendment. Go to your browser, don't undo. Look for edit features or edit sketch. If something wrong with your sketch, then you go amend it from there. If anything wrongs with the features is like holes, extrusion depth and so on, then you go amend it from there. Okay, so supposedly if you did everything right, what's your answer, please? You know what I'm going to ask you, right? How many kilogram?
0.106.
0.106. Any other answer than that?
0.108, sir.
Ui, 108. Lebih berat sedikit. Any other answer? So
106.
06.
0.106.
Majority I think is 106 lah. So I think the correct answer should be 106. So the one you